Let's welcome to the ring, Jose Alberto Aguirre.
Well, welcome back, everybody. And the action hasn't ended. One last fight after that terrific main event. And it is Costa Rica's Jose Aguirre making his way to the ring first, as the final two remain.
And now let's welcome to the ring the undefeated Jack Power.
Well, there's still some good noise in this arena, and there was a good cheer there for Runcorn's Jack Power as he makes his way to the ring here at the M&S Bank Arena. The super middleweight from Runcorn is trained by Terry Spencer and surrounded by some of the top talent in the area. He's undefeated and looking to make his mark in a very exciting 168-pound division.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 6 rounds in the super middleweight division. Brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions, along with their great sponsors, Riyadh Season, 32 Red, That Prize Guy, and Unibet. Our referee in charge and scoring this contest will be John Leighton. Introducing to you first, fighting tonight out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing solid black trunks and weighed in officially at 11 stone 5 pounds. Coming to us from San Jose, Costa Rica, he has 12 professional bouts to his credit. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jose Alberto Aguirre. And his opponent across the ring, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He comes to the ring wearing gray with white and weighed in the same as his opponent, 11 stone 5 pounds. Hailing from Runcorn, Cheshire, England, he is undefeated with 4 wins. One of those 4 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the undefeated, very popular Jack Power.
Jack. Come on. Right, lads, you expect from you both, you obey me instructions at all times. When I tell you to break, you both break clean. Defend yourselves at all times. Touch gloves. Well done.
Well, there were 22 fighters on this bill this evening and only 2 remain after the main event. What a fantastic fight that was between Nick Bull and TJ Doheny. And Jack Power has sold a serious amount of tickets because there is a lot of people still in here who made an enormous amount of noise for their man when Thomas Schreiber announced his name. And Power boxing out of that orthodox stance against Costa Rica's Jose Aguirre, and just snaps his head back there with that wicked left jab of his. This is good body work and a decent right hand upstairs from Power, who will be looking to impress the friends and family who have come out to support him and stayed the entire evening, even after the main event. And that jab of Power has some power, because every time he throws it and it lands, he's knocking the Costa Rican back a step or two. Aguirre trying to get himself on that front foot, but Power turns him around. As the fans sing, there's only one Jack Power, and that has got to be giving him a boost this evening. It's a good jab, which sets up the other shots from Jack Power as he just turns over that lead hook. And Aguirre tries to get involved with his head, but Power, clearly the taller, rangier fighter, is using those long levers to keep him at bay, and it's the straight shots which are working well for him. Great uppercut there from Power. And Aguirre got through with a sneaky right hand of his own. The last few moments of the opening round, which has been a solid one for Runcorn's Jack Power. It's done so fantastically well. Boxing after the main event is actually more common than you may think, and the amount of times that young up-and-coming fighters have had to wait backstage, wait for their moment, especially when they're a live float. And that's exactly what's happening with Power this evening. Well, here we go, round two. This one's scheduled for 6 threes in the super middleweight division. Power straight back out on that lead jab in the orthodox stance. As Aguirre winds in a right hand to the body. But Power always seems to have an answer, and he's very good at throwing those 2s and 3s and then creating some space for himself to get back to work with that jab of his, which is a shot which works so nicely. Aguirre got through with a body shot there in the Costa Rican corner. We're very happy about it. But it didn't seem to faze Power in the slightest as he just follows his man around the ring here in the centre of the M&S Bank Arena in Liverpool. 2 good body shots left and right from Jack Power. And Jose Aguirre trying to invite Power in. I don't think he's silly enough to fall for that one. He'll fight the fight how he wants to fight it. Good body work again from Power as the Costa Rican. Jose Aguirre just tucks in those elbows and Power gets through with a decent straight 1-2. This is good work from Power, who consistently puts the pressure in with a variety of shots, keeping Jose Aguirre guessing. That right uppercut has worked for Power over and over again. But Aguirre got through with a slight left hook there and then waves the Runcorn man on. And it encourages him to start putting his shots together more, something which the Costa Rican might start to regret as the rounds go by. But another good round there for Jack Power, who put his shots together nicely. Some good combinations of punches, punches in bunches. Jose Aguirre was trying to invite him in, but he wasn't having any of it. He was boxing how he wanted to box, he stayed disciplined, and he kept working off of his jab, and that was what was giving him the success, especially with that right uppercut. And I've got to tell you, Jose Aguirre must be the warmest man in Liverpool, because about 2 hours ago, he was hitting the pads. Referee John Leighton brings the fighters together for the third round of this one, scheduled for 6. If you're just joining us and thinking, is this a replay from earlier? No, this is live boxing, the last fight of the night. And if you didn't see Nick Ball versus TJ Doheny, wow, what a contest that was. Nick Ball is an unbelievable fighter with an incredible amount of grit, but that was a great left hook there from Power, who followed it up with a short right hand, and both shots most certainly got through. And I'm starting to believe that Aguirre's felt that power from Power, because his body language is starting to show that he's a little bit hesitant. And as Power loads up, he closes his eyes ever so slightly. Good shots, touching upstairs from Jack Power, then lunges in with a big right hook to the body. Lovely right uppercut, the shot which has worked wonders for Power this evening. But Aguirre, the Costa Rican, comes back with some shots of his own, and Power takes them on the gloves and then gets straight back to business. Lovely shot there from Power, and the Runcorn crowd here in Liverpool loved a bit of that as he goes and stands in the neutral corner, and John Leighton gives him the opportunity to continue. And Power is going to put his foot on the gas now and start really winding these shots in. Lovely left hook downstairs, and stuck one upstairs as well from Jack Power. Solid right hand. That one thumped and vibrated the ring canvas. It must have hurt the left ribs of Jose Aguirre, who's missing more than he's landing. Nicely done by Power, who throws that lead uppercut and then turns it over to the left hook, and looks like he's starting to genuinely enjoy this now as Aguirre moves around the ring and tries to invite him in once more. Good round, solid round. Aguirre had to get himself off the canvas, but he's still in the fight, just about. And Jose Aguirre has only ever been stopped the once out of the 10 defeats which he has picked up, being the road warrior, way corner fighter, which he is, and you can tell that he is as tough as old boots. But he can punch a bit as well, because there are knockouts on his record. And Jack Power will be aware of that and keeping that guard and that defence nice and tight. But he must be well and truly up on John Latham's scorecard. Lovely left hook there, nice and snappy from Power, who sets his opponent up beautifully with those little touches upstairs and then just springs a vicious and unforgiving shot, whatever it is. He throws the right uppercut well, he throws the lead hook well, and his jab, well, everything follows his jab. Big shots there from Power, who dug his toes into the canvas and really let them hooks go. Once again, he goes both downstairs and upstairs with that lead hook, both of them getting through. Aguirre leading in with his head, and Power just making sure that he doesn't get caught with that and get cut, and trying to keep him away and break that rhythm and break any form of attack with that jab of his and those straight shots. Aguirre again in Spanish, shouting at Power to come forward. He's not going to get drawn into it. And a bit of showboating there from the Costa Rican. And if anything, that'll spur Power on to try and get the job done early. There's that right uppercut again. It must have got through 6 or 7 times in the 4 rounds which we've had so far. And there it is again. He can't miss with it. And this is good from Power. And a bit of a balance issue there for Aguirre. But Power wasn't going to miss the opportunity to let his hands go. Well, I do wonder what's going through Power's head, because he is hit Jose Aguirre with everything and the kitchen sink, and I know he's been on the canvas, but he really has taken some punishment, and he must be thinking, what have I got to do to get this guy out of here? But not only is he thinking, or must be thinking, what have I got to do to get rid of him, but the Costa Rican has done a bit of showboating as well. There's something we see so often in boxing, is these away corner fighters who box almost every weekend, some of them, and you can see when they return to the corner and at the end of the fight, just how much they love it. And they are such a huge part in making the sport of boxing what it is. Well, here we go, the penultimate round. Power out of his corner fast, as was Aguirre, who is just walking forwards with those hands high. Power changing the angles constantly, making his man follow him around the ring and trying to tire him out. And that was a nice screw shot off the left hand and a straight right hand to follow. Aguirre responding to Power's crowd, who were making a decent amount of noise for him, and he kind of just waves them on, like playing the pantomime bad guy here, as a straight right hand gets straight through the middle of his guard. Aguirre trying to get Power to commit to those close-in encounters, which it's clear he can do, and he's quite happy doing. But he's not going to let his opponent control the pace of the fight or the style of the fight. There's a good right hand to the body there from the Costa Rican. And in response, two solid ones from Power. And I've got to tell you, I don't know what it sounds like to you at home, but from a couple of feet away, the thuds when Jack Power lands, he must hit very hard indeed. Nice 1-2 lead uppercut from Power. Neat and tidy. All three shots got through. A lot of this has been target practice. Beautiful right uppercut, which come off of that jab of his. And Jose Aguirre finds himself on the canvas. And he's done well to get on his feet there. And the bell couldn't have come at a better time for him. Something happened at the on that knockdown. And he was looking down at his knee or his feet. I don't know what he was looking at. But there was some slight confusion there. Maybe it was just a shock of finding himself on his backside as he looked around the ring into his corner. For the sixth and final round, thank you for joining us to watch this last bout. You've been joined by myself, Darren Rees, and my co-coms, Darren Rees. Good left hook there from Power, who does so well when he changes the levels, goes up and down, head and body, body and head. Good shots again, and Power really wants to get his man out of here. He wants to finish this night in Liverpool on a real high. Every time Power touches his opponent with a couple of light shots, either upstairs or downstairs, you know, not long after, he's going to unleash a couple of really nasty ones. Just like that. One upstairs and two down to the body. And the sweat bounced off Aguirre's head and glimmered in the brightness of the lights. Good left hook snuck through there on the right-hand side of the face of Aguirre, who is one tough man who continuously just puts his hands up and walks forward. I tell you what, if that hook had landed from Power, he would have known about it, Aguirre. But those 3 or 4 which followed did, as he just bites down on his gum shield, and there's those little touches, and he winds in a couple of lethal left hooks to finish the combination. As we go to the last 30 seconds of the bout and the last 30 seconds of the evening. Another good left hook from Power. And Aguirre just trying to rough his man up, but Power throwing punches in bunches. And the Runcorn crowd, who have come out in their many, have loved every single moment of this fight, and he's done his people proud. And that was a very good performance from Jack Power. And Jose Aguirre, the Costa Rican, shows us once again how tough he is. And Leighton Birchall in the corner there with Jack Power, had a magnificent win earlier on, as did his brother William Birchall. My goodness, we've had some good fights tonight. But let's get the decision for our very last one, as Thomas Treiber is posed and ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of boxing, our referee in charge, John Latham, scores the contest 60-52 for your winner and still undefeated, Jack Power.
But of course, Jack Power gets it. A very well done to him. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks very much for your company this evening, and we'll see you next time.